Everybody, hey, the bad pennies are back again.
Here we are.
I'm Shell, and this is my friend Alan. What are we talking about today, my friend Alan?
We are talking about procrastination.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
But maybe we should do it later.
You know, yeah.
I mean, next week would be good.
Sounds good to me.
I mean, I have to do it today. There's nothing
What's up,
pressing
man?
to do it today, right?
Oh, no, it's always pressing. See, that's
Really?
the thing about procrastination is that when you put things off for now, it just makes things harder in the future.
It does, doesn't it?
You're just pushing the weight away. You're not actually, like, you know.
It doesn't, but it doesn't go away. It multiplies when it's.
It does.
Yeah,
it
you don't.
compounds.
It doesn't get. It only gets worse. It doesn't get better.
Yeah. You make it future use problem instead of future use solution.
Procrastination, putting things off,
Okay.
delaying, waiting, last minute. People who are late all the time are notorious procrastinators.
Yeah. Some people think that they work well under pressure and they wait till the last possible minute to do something so they can finally get it done under pressure.
Well,
But usually that turns out to not be a good quality.
it's, you know what? A lot of people run stop signs until they kill somebody.
Ugh. That's a bad analogy, but I get it.
But no, it is. It's you're going to crash. It's like running a stop sign.
Okay. I can see that,
It's because really, men like to get away with stuff. Procrastination is one way of pushing things to the edge to see if you can get away with it.
Okay. So
It's kind of a screw you to the universe way of being in many respects, right? Because it's if I'm going to do it tomorrow, I'm going to put it off, I'm going to delay. But even though that part of me knows that doing it now is the right way to do it, there's something that you're trying to say, and instead of actually saying it, you're expressing it by procrastinating. Because here's the thing, in procrastination, when you do hit the wall with it, it's not just you. You take others down with you. You may crash and burn, but it's rare that we crash and burn alone, right? We crash and burn, and because we've affected others' lives in such a negative way, and procrastination and putting stuff off, and yet, you know, we do have this lazy streak. We all have this lazy streak. I mean, it's always tugging at us. I don't know about you, but I always feel I can always hear the voices going like, you know, you don't have to do this right now.
yeah, to me that's I recognize that as an apathy. I recognize that as comfort in a situation where I don't need to be comfortable.
Well, again, what is apathy anyway? I mean, if you're
It's a lack of caring, isn't it?
right, it's a lack of care.
So so when you find yourself in a procrastination type of a situation, what are you going to do to get out of it?
Well, I have solutions.
Please.
You won't like them.
I don't care. Let's go. Let's tell the people. They need to hear it.
How much are they paying for this video? They need to send in their money, I think. We keep giving them solutions to all life's problems.
I think we need to not be the gatekeepers. I think somebody needs to give them this free information.
Okay, all right,
so that,
all right.
that we can help the world be a
I
better
agree.
place.
So there are some solutions, but none of them are. I hate to use the word easy because in many respects, I think that some of these solutions are incredibly easy and simple. The hard part is shifting context from not caring to caring.
Ah.
And that's the thing that we can't teach. You can't teach someone to care. You can't teach them to care about others. You can't teach them to care about themselves. It's not a teachable skill. It's an internal shift. It's an internal change. Sometimes something happens and we shift. right? Sometimes we experience traumatic, transformational things, and something shifts inside that we can't be the same way ever again.
Okay.
Now, you've had experiences like that, right?
I'm pretty sure I have.
Yeah. So, what we can give you techniques that will help, but if you don't make a shift from not caring, which contributes to the procrastinating, but lazy being what it is, because we all have a little lazy streak in us. So we all do. All human beings, and if we're talking about men in particular have a lazy streak. We just don't give into it because we care about something that's more important than the benefits of being lazy. Whatever benefits there are to being lazy, the benefits from not being lazy are much greater. They outweigh it. They outweigh that. And until you come to a place within yourself to understand that you want to avail yourself of the benefits that come from another lifestyle, you won't make a lifestyle change. And in order to make a lifestyle change, you have to discipline yourself.
Discipline yourself. We're talking about daily habits and daily
habits and daily routines and daily disciplines. And we've done a podcast on that, by the way. We could maybe do another more detailed one, but disciplining yourself is the only avenue out.
Okay.
Except for the shift.
The shift to go from caring from not caring
to caring.
Okay.
All right. Apathy will kill you.
Apathy will kill you.
It will. Apathy will kill you. Not caring, ultimately, you may find others who don't care like you do, and maybe they'll, but you won't care about them either, and they won't care about you really because you're all uncaring. So you'll hang out in your uncaringness for a while, but eventually realize that they don't really care about what happens to you anyway. So, I mean, it's like apathy will kill you. You'll end up, alone, and alone is not good for human beings.
No, it's not. So there it is, everybody.
It's just not good. So,
okay.
So once you made that shift, though, if whatever it's going to require internally, spend that time with yourself or others in situations where you can connect, because it's in there. The uncaring part is just because you haven't connected with the caring part. And I know that's oversimplified, but it's true. It's true. Once you've connected with that part, a whole new world opens up. And then I've got stuff. All right, I've got things you can do, and there's libraries written to all the things you can do once that shift is done. And probably better stuff than I can give you, but I'll give you a couple of things.
Okay.
All right.
Let's go for it.
So we talked about disciplines. One of the great benefits of practicing a discipline is becoming disciplined.
One of the greatest practices.
I know. Quote me. Don't. Yeah. We'll have to put that in the dictionary. Yes. One of the great benefits of practicing a discipline. If not the number one benefit.
If not the number one benefit of practicing a discipline.
Is becoming
disciplined. Okay. Got it.
I know. It's so profound. It sounds stupid. In a way, I mean, but it is. It's incredibly.
I mean, you brought it down to its simplest form.
It is,
okay.
But it is incredibly profound, because the more that you work on, the more that you practice a discipline, that daily repetitive stuff that we've talked about in the past, there's things that change, shifts that start happening, even at very imperceptible levels. Right. So, but they do. They add up after time. It's like putting a penny in a jar every day or whatever. After a while, you'll have a jar full of pennies, right? It may not be a lot of money, but it's still you started out with nothing there, nothing in the jar, and now it's full. You got to get another jar, and life is very much like that. It's why when we want to go from an empty jar to a full jar overnight, it's very difficult, not impossible.
Right.
And it's overwhelming, right? If you want to, get all the stuff that we're teaching and master it all overnight, it just won't happen.
No.
Which is why we have a lot of patience. That's one of the things we were talking about earlier, is just having patience with yourself and having patience with others. Because again,
is having patience a form of a solution to procrastination?
Well, it's a solution to practicing the disciplines, because the benefits.
Because you don't see the results right away.
You don't. You may get a happy accident from time to time, right? But there's again, we'll have to do a podcast specifically on all the pitfalls of practicing a discipline that get in our way and keep us, from mastering it.
Okay.
But that being said, here are some disciplines you can do. Number one of the things I do is making lists of what I have to do, and I do it every day.
Okay. At the beginning of the day?
Nope, at the end of the day.
At the end of the day.
Because then I know what I got to do tomorrow.
Okay.
But here's what I do though. I make a list of everything I have to do tomorrow. I also have a list of everything that has to be done this week and this month, and I even have one for the year. And if you're so inclined, you can even write down things that you want to accomplish in 5 years, or things that need to be done. So we'll, once you get to that level, then we can start talking about plan of action, because a plan of action is a very specific kind of thing.
So
but just writing things down that you're going to do the next day, and as I do them, I cross them off.
Yeah.
And what happens a lot is I cross off everything, and the day's only half over.
It sounds productive.
So if I've actually done things for the next day already, I'll start getting the next day's things done.
Great.
And that may take me to the end of the day, or it may take me into part of the next day.
So when you're feeling the procrastination settle over you in the times when you don't want to do the daily routine,
sit down and make a list.
You don't want to make the list because you just want to watch Netflix.
Well, make a list while you're watching Netflix. I don't know. Do they have commercials on Netflix?
Depends on how much you pay.
Oh, that's right. All right. Well, if you got the low level and you're having to watch a commercial, during the commercial, get out. I think I've shown my little book, or just the easy, simple way, 3x5 cards.
Yeah. The biggest thing that I would say is that once you've written down your to-do list, is that you actually go do it.
Yes, you have to do it. Well, for me, it's like anything that's not crossed off is like this crazy. It's like a piece of a puzzle missing, right? That almost all of the puzzles together, and there's like just a couple of pieces in the middle that are missing.
Yeah, you're looking around,
and it's just the weirdest thing. Now, maybe it's OCD. I don't know, but I don't want to make fun of OCD, but because I have a couple of friends that actually have it. But it's certainly a bothersome deal, because a part of my life is not fully together yet, like the puzzle. All right, so but that's me. That doesn't have to be you. That's me. Next thing. Here's what I do sometimes. I clean something every day.
Okay.
It's one of my disciplines.
Right.
It's an easy discipline. I don't have to clean the whole house. I got a lot to clean. If I had to clean, it could probably take me a week to clean everything, right? Or even more. I'd have to call in a crew. So what I do is every day I clean something.
Do you have a rotation, a route that you take?
I do, actually.
A Monday day and a Tuesday day? This is
No.
what I do on Wednesday.
No, I just sometimes I notice something needs attention and then I'll handle that.
Okay.
But yes, there are some basic things that I do, like on Fridays. I do certain things, you know. But like I said, every day there's something gets cleaned. Something gets cleaned, dusted, or whatever. If you notice, there's not dust all over everything, right? There's no. The table's clean. Yes, I clean the table every week. I move all of the cool stuff that's sitting on the middle of this board table here, and I clean it. I wipe it down, wipe all the dust off, clean the chairs, clean the legs of the chairs.
Everything is very well
Run
kept.
the vacuum. Yeah, but again, it doesn't take a lot of time. I don't spend massive amounts of time cleaning. I'm not the maid here, right? I've got lots of other things that are important. But there's something about spending those few minutes, whether it's 10, 15 minutes, half an hour, rarely more than half an hour. Rarely. Unless there's something I plan in advance where I know that I need to spend some time on it. There's something that happens. Because when I'm done with this, I'm ready to take on the next thing on the list, and the next thing on the list, and the next thing on the list.
Because when you see that the progress is being made, you stay motivated to continue the progress.
Right.
Okay.
So again, the number one complaint that I get from men who struggle with getting things done and procrastinating is that they're not. This is what they say. They're not. I'm not organized.
Okay.
So
and
get
you're
organized.
Saying that's not a valid.
It's not a valid excuse.
Okay.
So get organized.
Get organized.
Yeah, really. I mean, it's like. I mean, I get it. There's a lot of scrambling going up here in our brains sometimes, but one of the ways to unscramble it is to write it down and organize it. And I mean, you start with organizing this onto paper. Or look, all you younger people out there that like organizing with this, I use it too.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
There's a decision tree app. I forgot what the name of it is.
There is. There's a bunch of apps. There's all kinds of apps. I've tried some of them. Some of them are better than others. But the bottom line is that if this is what works for you, fine, do that. But writing things down uses a different part of your brain.
Okay. Old school.
Even typing things up here doesn't do the same thing to your brain as when you're having to do this with a pen and paper. I don't know why. Call a researcher, call a psychologist, a psychiatrist.
Right.
I know that there are reasons about, based on how our brains are wired, that this does something different than this.
Yeah.
Okay? Right. So, organize. Clean something every day. That just and it's like when I clean, I'm in Zen.
So you're talking about just making daily habits.
Don't give it all away at once. All right. Yes. You're creating. Well, don't you? Isn't it obvious that writing things down every day is a daily habit, right?
It should be. It should be.
Right. And look, sometimes I don't get everything done. Sometimes things come up, and I've got to give my attention to that. And so something may need to get moved to another day. Okay. What is important is I often put a little star next to the things that have to be done today.
Okay.
And that way I know that it's a priority and it has to get done, and those things get checked off. Again, just like that little missing pieces in the puzzle, until those star things are checked off, there's just something that's not, working. Right? I need to get it done now. But it took a while to get there. It didn't happen overnight.
Yeah.
Didn't happen overnight. Organizing and being disciplined about it, and being disciplined about my life and the things that I do in my life, they take time. They take time. They take effort. You can't watch Netflix and become disciplined.
No, you can't.
Unless, you're a writer and you're working on your next script or whatever, and
you
you're
can't
looking
write a script while you're watching somebody else's movie.
Well, you can make notes, but again, that's a whole different part of your brain again when you're writing stuff down and making notes. But unless it's your business, no, you're watching Netflix is not. It's just part of the distractions that we put in the way so we to procrastinate. There's lots of distractions that we come up with to keep us from doing the things we know that are going to make our life better. And that's all we're talking about here. We're not talking about living your life the way I live my life or the way you live your life.
Yeah.
We're talking about living your life and having a better life. And if you think the life you're living is perfectly fine, then fine. Okay. Keep doing that, right? So here's the thing. Get it done early. Make it a point for just set a goal. Say for a week, everything that needs to be done, instead of doing it just as it needs to be done, do it early. Just for a week. Every day, like my little star things or whatever, get them done before they need to be done.
Okay.
Maybe look at what needs to be done by the end of the week and do it on Monday instead of on Thursday.
Okay.
Get it done. Get things done early. That's number one. How much are they sending us again for this?
Put an amount. We'll get it.
Yeah, but
Bitcoin.
I paid $8,000 for a seminar that told me this stuff. So
I know, but we're not doing this for the money. Right?
I know we're not, but geez. All right. So again, watch the podcast on duties, responsibilities, and obligations. Getting something for free will provide. At some point, you're going to say, I need to do something for those men on that YouTube video.
We'll take our currency in likes and shares.
That's right. You're gonna. The best currency is you writing a letter or sending us a comment that lets us know that your life is better. That's all the payment we really ever need.
Thank you very much.
No matter how much I joke about it, the truth is that you having a better life is the deal. So, okay, again, get it done early. That's the next thing. Organizing, getting it done early, writing things down. Here's the hard one. You ready?
I'm ready.
I think we did a whole podcast on this. Get help. Ask for help.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a big one.
As much as most of this you want to do alone, you're probably not going to be able to do it all alone. And like the story I told about my dad, who just refused to pull over and ask for directions. It's like, so we wasted hours driving around in the car, lost, and it could have all been solved in a 5-minute stop.
Yes.
All of it. And it's the same thing in life. It's just a metaphor here. When you ask for help, I have, at least, in my personal experience, I have rarely asked for help and not gotten any. In fact, I can't even think of an instance.
Okay.
Now, I don't always get the help that I thought that I needed.
But you got help.
But I got help. And when you ask someone for help, it's not only is it you've got to get your ego out of the way. And there's a certain amount of humility involved in doing that, right?
Okay.
Which is why it's hard for men, because their ego's engaged so much of the time that your ego will tell you you don't need any help. And your ego will say that all the way down the toilet. Right? As the water flushes out down the pipe, you will just hold on to doing it your way and alone until it's all gone. You're down the tubes. All right, so ask for help. That's the next thing. And finally, and again, referring back to one of our other podcasts when we were talking about impulse control. Remember that when we talked about impulse control? Impulse control is a difficult thing for a lot of men. And again, a lot of it stems from not being disciplined. One of the great, if not the best product of practicing disciplines is becoming disciplined. that will contribute to your ability to have impulse control. But it will also contribute to your ability to just having self-control. So a good example, the other night I had a lot of work. I ended up working until like 2 in the morning, maybe 3. It was late. It was crazy late. But it was stuff that needed to get done. I got my plate loaded up. And part of me was going like, hey, the show that on Amazon Prime was, the next episode was coming on that night, right? And I really wanted to see, because the previous one was a cliffhanger, and I wanted to see what was on the how they resolved this cliffhanger, right? But I didn't, because I knew I could watch it the next day, which I didn't either, by the way. It took me a couple of days to get to it. But the self-control that I had, making sure that I put things in perspective, because that's what helps with self-control.
Okay. Yeah.
You got to stop and you put things in perspective, and sometimes even writing it down. Again, there's something about that. This won't work on a cell phone, on a smartphone, but it will work on a piece of paper. And list the priorities. I hate to use that word, but it's the one that works here. So list the priorities that you have. So get out your little card, or your little book, or your tablet, or whatever you got, and get a pen. And this is a great way to start. And list the things that are really important. Taking care of my family. Making my business work.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Big ones.
Those are the 2 biggest, and again, everything after that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So
that when you want to be lazy, which you will, by the way, because we all have that in us, you can look at that little card that you wrote with the priorities on it.
Yeah.
And know that
to get up and get things
the
going.
benefit, this goes back to what I said in the beginning, the benefit of serving that versus the benefits you will get by watching Netflix or whatever, or Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
Will it'll outweigh those things. You'll get to it sometime. Those are things you can procrastinate on, because ultimately they're not really that important.
The Netflix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not that important. It's not going to change your life, and it's not going to change anybody else's life because you watch Netflix.
Yeah, unless you're a film critic, it doesn't matter.
Exactly. Unless you're there making notes. And, you're a writer or a critic or whatever. So if it's your business, it's different. But
right.
Again,
these are for entertainment, mindless entertainment, just to waste time doing.
We fill our lives full of these distractions that serve that lazy, put it off, delay, procrastinate way of being. Mm-hmm. That doesn't make our life better. Mm. So there you go.
There you go. Thank you. All right, everybody, stop procrastinating. As a matter of fact, stop.
Well, no. Don't stop procrastinating. Start disciplining yourself. Start
okay.
Writing things down.
After this video right here, then you actually have to close your device and go do something.
Yeah, go make a list of the things you need to get done the rest of the day today.
Yeah, and then go do them. Okay. See you next time.
And let us know. Do a thumbs up, thumbs down. Make a comment, whatever. We don't have a bell to ring. Is there a bell? Some of the other podcasts, they have a little bell they want people to ring. You know what that is? It
means something. It means that you'll get a notification when we post.
Oh, I see what that is. I don't think we have that, do we?
It's there. It's their option.
Oh, cool. All right. Well, I don't care whether you ring a bell or not, but definitely
subscribe, follow, comment, share, like.
Follow, comment, subscribe, whatever works for you.
Bad pennies.
See you.